Live streaming is on.
Hey Kai, is it possible to share just one of your screens? It's kind of hard to see the
You won't see the
screen is
frame
minimized.
because I cannot like. Ooh, so it will just let me show share a window otherwise.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Because I could try to share the frame or window.
No, it's okay.
Just
wait, that's bigger. Oh.
Well, no.
It won't let you just share one monitor.
What? All right. So let's get the framer back here. So there's the DAO account, and yeah, what we can do is use it for other applications like Giveth. It worked last time. Maybe we updated something here. Because we see we already gave it permissions for some things. It worked last time.
Well, what are you trying to get it to do?
Unlock. But it only wants MetaMask. It really
yeah,
works.
I think you have to turn off MetaMask.
Right. I have to log out. No, I am logged out.
No, but yeah, it's not about logging out. You have to actually turn off the extension.
All right, let's use Brave then.
MetaMask has like some sort of thing that blocks all other Web3.
Damn it, so many. All right, so I'm connected to Rinkeby here with my DAO account. So the proof is that Bowen has also a framer thing and also has a DAO account. And now we can do stuff like go to my crypto. Is it like this? Well, anyway, there's limited functionality. Like it depends on. We did not test many dApps with this. Of course, like the more basic your dApp, the better the chance for integration.
Yeah, but yeah, I mean, I saw the video Jordan made of it working on my crypto, but I definitely want to see the spot where you get stuck on the DApp.
Yeah, so it did work, man. Let's see.
I think it'll work now that you don't have MetaMask yet.
Yeah. So sign up. No. Interesting.
And the frame extension is going.
It did work last. Let's. Oh. I have to kill you. Sorry. Be right back.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, are you what projects are you working on? I mean, let's go back to GitHub and see what we have there.
Yeah, I'm working on the issue of showing donation history and which of them are delegation, which of them are donated directly. That's the actually solving this implementing this feature may solve two issues. Actually, the donation in here is not like a regular payment in banking, something like that. Actually, donations are inherited and maybe split to make new donations, and actually showing something that maybe we need add some information to records, but I need to keep the database untouched and implement something that works with current data.
Which issue are you looking at right now?
Let's say I let's remember number signing me. Yeah. Oh, it's 613. 613.
Yep.
613. Oh yeah. Okay. So, and you were saying you're you're stuck somewhere,
What?
and what did you get stuck on?
Yeah, I am working this week and that actually 2 days, more than 2 days. But it's somehow I should know the nation system good, and I have tested various scenarios, and based on my experiment, I have implementing at it's near to finish. It will be finished soon. Soon I will show you some prototype if you like, and I will get you feedback. If it's okay, I will implement it and pull it.
Oh, okay. So you're not stuck on anything, or need the,
No, no, actually, but do you guys deal with Riot real time? It's your priority to reply or message, because I have sent message to Danny, and she hadn't answered for a long time,
so
or something. It happens to you. Oh, do you do your regular chatting on Riot or on Telegram?
I,
Where?
I'm stuck on Telegram a lot more. However, I have been off until today, officially, so I will be way more responsive to Riot now. Danny
Yeah.
also has been basically at Burning Man and has been off for a lot of this time, and so we probably haven't been checking Riot because we're not officially working. Um, but now we're all back. So I think Danny might be slow for one more day uh, today, but uh, but we should all be back on Riot on the regular.
Good. So I should count on your answer, because if I expect something, my time is wasted, and I hope it would be great to communicate with you guys and get your feedback, and to
And
down go in the right direction.
I will say Telegram, I am probably faster to respond to.
Yeah, I like to have your number if you
Yeah,
agree.
here
Yeah,
I can give you all my stuff on Riot.
yeah. Thank you.
But
I will add you.
I'm totally fine with you um, finding me here.
Yeah. Oh, I am not logging on Riot right now because I'm not in front of my computer. I will check it and add you on my Telegram. Thank you.
Okay, sounds
Uh,
good.
do you know? Can I ask about Dap 2? What's Dap 2? Or some next implementation with more factoring current solution?
Yeah, well, we want to. I mean, we have to get funding for it, so it's hard to say what it is right now because it sort of varies on what the funding stream is. Right now, the current strategy is to work with the common stack and try to get try to make the Giveth app basically a proposal engine for DAOs.
Oh, I lost your voice. Let me.
Unify,
So,
like anyone can put up a proposal, and then multiple DAOs can interact with that proposal for request for funds. And so it can be like right now, all the proposal, like if you have a DAO, you have your own internal proposal mechanism. And so like Mulek says, hey, I want to fund this thing. And Meta Cartel says, hey, I want to fund this thing. Well, if you want to propose to both Molech and Metacartel, you have to propose separately, and maybe one gets funded all the way and one gets not funded at all, or maybe both get funded or neither get funded. But it'd be nice if the DAOs could actually interact on the same proposal. And so that's the current use case for Giveth 2.0, or at least the like initial use case that we want to put out there is like interoperable proposal framework with, of course, transparency, traceability around donations, interoperable so that individuals can also donate money to these proposals. So yeah, that's the idea.
So you mean that we should keep current solution, and each proposal is donated enough to be down. We started to add features to that, to the current solution.
The current solution, until we receive funding for 2.0, and even after we receive that funding, the current solution we use for, there are lots of users for it. So our main goal is just to satisfy the users and take, learn from user experience, learn from the users that we have now and implement features that we think they need while doing as little work as possible on trying to rebuild the system, because there's a plan to start from scratch completely for the new version if we ever receive enough funding where we feel like we can actually start building something from the ground up again.
And who will design that? And actually, we will design this, or there is some other design team?
The design team is likely to be Magic Power, I'm guessing. We had, it really depends on who's available when we have the funding. I mean, if Marco somehow decides to like stop working for Consensus and work on designing Giveth 2.0 full time, then that might happen. But at this stage, Giveth doesn't have the funding to like start anything without on that. So like it's hard. It's kind of this chicken and the egg thing, right? Like we want to have people that we can do, and like right now that person would be Magic Power, I think, which is like a design firm out of Kiev, and they would probably also help with the DApp to some extent. And then, but then I mean, we'll see about when, if the common stack, assuming the common stack works out, that's probably the route we'll go. But
Yeah.
even if the common stack doesn't work out, I still want to make this happen. So we have to push it.
So it works. Thanks for the tip with the extension. So I just disabled MetaMask. Now it works. It says hi you, and hi you is the DAO in Framer. But now if I go to my profile,
can you make a profile for it?
Yeah, see,
And
sign sign message, sign and that's what.
What if you hit not now?
Yeah, then I get kickback. So it's an issue about this thing.
Well, wait, what happens when you click not now?
Nothing. I get kicked back.
It kicks you out.
Yeah. And that's perfectly normal behavior. I mean, it's not perfectly normal behavior. If you use a normal account, it works.
Well, it may not. I wonder if, because that what you're doing there with the profile is not a blockchain transaction, it ends up just being you are signing a message. Like to make a profile, you have to sign a message. There is an on-chain transaction, but it's not being really.
No, there is no transaction. You are signing. It's a different thing. It's sign a message. You are signing a message, not a transaction.
So what if we make a milestone for your address, or like I mean, can you propose a milestone?
No, because I cannot make an account. I really think if we just get rid of the sign a message thing, and that's why I want to get the people who are right now working most of the time with it because they know the debt best at this point. But I'm pretty sure it's useless or it's just like a remnant from times long gone. And if we kick that out, I see no reason why Framer should not work. And then yeah, a DAO could make a proposal or be a reviewer, and
I mean,
yeah.
what happens when you try to propose a milestone?
I don't think I can do that with a. See, that worked though, because I'm using. If I use a normal account, and that's why I think it might be Framer. See.
I'm pretty sure the name of the app is just Frame though, not Framer.
Yeah, that's true. There's another app called Framer.
Okay.
My bad.
No, it's okay. Okay, so what happens if you switch back to the DAO and you try to propose a milestone?
I think it works, but let's see. Another thing which I want to talk about is that there is a road to Giveth 2.0, and there are some elements, and one could be the analytics dashboard. And on that front, we are hacking with Bowen, I think, and Will probably. No, it's still the same account. And the hackathon started today, and it's about making a consume some data. All right. Nah, it would be a very cool. All right, I have to do this, of course.
Yeah.
No. I need to sign in for that.
Wait. What happens if you hit not now?
It always kicks me back to the last thing.
Can you prove it? I just want to make sure, man, because the whole point of not now thing was to let you
No,
keep going.
no, it's not. So the purpose is not fulfilled.
Not now. Okay, wait. You keep clicking OK though.
Yeah, but I can also click the other one. It doesn't
So
matter.
when you hit not now, then it asks you to sign in. Like you need to register.
No, I did hit not now on every possible choice. I hit not now or skip, and it kicks me back.
Okay. Huh.
So
I wonder what about and you can't see a my milestones page, right?
no, of course not. I need to sign in. So I will make a message, an issue about this, and yeah, maybe probably. So there's two sides to this. One thing is Frame might have a bug here or not,
No, I don't think so.
and the other thing is we should get rid of it anyway. It's annoying me as a user, a heavy user of Giveth all the time. And if nobody has a good idea why it should be there, we can probably get rid of it.
I mean, I'm pretty sure the reason it's there is because that you could use a Web3 injection to see and just say what your account is. You could just say, hey, like my address is, Kai's address. And you can just do that. And if you don't sign a message, then you don't know for sure that you actually have the private key. You're just saying that you have that address. Like I could hack MetaMask and make it not authenticate me and just say any address that I want. And then
I'm not sure it works that way, or at least Spawn had said or at least whenever we did something with Sponnet, we only used MetaMask because he said exactly this is not possible, and that it comes with the security guaranteed by being the. But
Well,
it's a good discussion to have. We should have the discussion with.
well, except it's open source, so I can fork it and I can leave everything the same except for
Yes,
changing
but
it to
you,
authenticate my user. I mean, but I don't necessarily think that that is a problem. If someone wants to see what milestones are in your view by hacking,
yeah.
by hacking your address and displaying that through their Web3 browser as their identity, I mean, like, okay, great. You can't steal anyone's money. Like, all you can see is what milestones they're working on.
That's also what I wanted to say. You cannot sign any transactions anyway, so it
Yeah.
would be crazy for sure. Somebody can wreak some havoc, like delete information, whatever. But
So I mean, that's why it's there, but it's also what if we remove it? Who cares? So I'm with you on that.
so that would be cool. And the other thing is there is the graph. They're making a hackathon, and they have a 10,000 die bounty for the top 10 subgraphs, and each will win 1,000 die. And they want people to deploy front ends for subgraphs, which are just snippets of the blockchain database. So this is a subgraph for Giveth donation. Yeah. So my hope is that in the next 2 weeks, Bowen and me and Will, who already participated in a graph hackathon in ETH Denver, which I think
Nice.
so that's so cool. We get a real pro here and two people eager to learn. And we would want, So I would start with something very, classic. I would like to visualize a donation flow. That's like a minimum viable product. It would be so nice to have it visual, like all nodes and shit. And
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I hope it works. So yeah, we start today. The hackathon started today. We will start within this week. Yeah, I just wanted to announce that we're hacking on this. So if anybody wants, or like, we can bounce ideas around, or we will be more public anyway. I just
put it in the DApp channel and see if anyone else is around. I mean, I know. I assume Josh is working on other things, but I know he was always interested in these graph database structures, right?
Yeah, he's deep in the rabbit hole now with his own. He's doing meta exchange stuff. Meta signaling, or signaling preference, community, like crazy stuff. I'm just crazy because I cannot explain it.
Yeah.
It was very cool in ETH Berlin to hang out and like see all of that stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
And one question, sorry that it's not part of this one, but I have to go. And when is the next? When is the other talk?
When is the next?
Common Stack.
We have a call on the Common Stack, I think at noon.
A little over 1 hour.
Yeah, I think so. Let me see. Because I forget. All I know is I have basically 1 hour break today for. So that's okay. I'm back. That's the whole point.
I'm back.
Yeah, it's at 1 p.m. So 10 p.m. Europe time.
10 p.m. my time is perfect. So I'll see you then, and ready to chat. Bye.
See you, man. Okay, I mean, do you have milestones that need to get paid out and filled?
No, thank you. Right now, Danny handled it and filled my milestone for closing 10 issues.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah.
Okay, well that's weird because I donated to that. Did you see that my donation was in limbo for that milestone?
Yeah, for a moment it was in pending state, but at, after that it disappeared, and
It disappeared
Danny,
completely.
yeah, I marked it complete, and it's waiting for Danny to accept.
Okay, but it actually did go through, or it didn't go through.
I have not access. Sorry, I'm not in front of my PC. I will tell you on
Okay, well I can.
Riot that if she whether she accepted or not.
No, I mean my pending donation of 260. Did that actually go through?
No,
It didn't.
no, I, no, no.
So then, what happened to that transaction? Bitcoin donation from ledgers and gold guys. Okay, so that's cool. But what actually happened to my donation? Let's see. Okay, so that's all through. Was there anything else that you wanted to touch base on? I mean, well, what's your availability this week?
I working next 2 days on US. I work 2 days or maybe more, few hours more every week. About 20 hours per week. Actually, most of the time it takes more than 2 days. There is a point. I like to know more precisely about contracts because sometimes I want to follow the flow of data and process, and I will reach to the milestones. And I have read some documentation, but it's not enough. Uh, is there anyone who knows perfectly the procedure? And if I
The
can answer
procedure
my
for what?
question about the smart contracts, what's happening in withdrawal, what's happening on
I think
donation.
I think I'm the best person to ask probably at this stage.
Oh, thank you. So actually, there are some technical questions. I will see the code again, and I will ask in case by case and write if you can answer me there. Because there is some I'm somehow confused when user do withdraw. Actually, it's at the dApp the contract is run, and after that the result do the other side effect on the database and call on other events. You know,
Yes.
yeah. But for example, on withdrawing donations of the milestones, I created different types of donations. One of them, for example, is directly donated. One of them is directed to the DAC. DAC delegated to some campaign, and campaign delegated to donation. I
Mm-hmm.
did some donation to campaign directly, and direct campaign manager delegated to milestone. Actually,
Yeah.
after withdrawing, I expected that uh, uh, this kind of donations, all of them can be merged and to create a one-page donation.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, but it doesn't happen in practice. Directly donated donations are merged together. Delegated ones merged us together. So I didn't see a directly donation merged with a delegated donation.
Oh,
Is it
interesting.
is it a rule or not? Happened accidentally.
Uh, I mean, that would make sense based off of. I mean, I could see how that would happen, and that's because the milestone itself is its own contract. And so when you do a direct donation, wait, so are you saying that if, because before I say this, but when you delegated to the DAC, and then you delegate when you donate it to the DAC, and then it was delegated to the campaign. And then when you donate directly to the campaign, and then both of those delegations are then sent to the milestone. Those are combined, correct?
Yeah, those are combined. Yeah.
The DAC and the campaign, those are both combined, but the milestone is not. So then what I would expect is happening is that when someone donates directly to the milestone, the tokens are actually not owned by the person. So like or like the donation basically the tokens are actually sent to the milestone itself. So there's like on the back end, this is my expectations, but on the back end, there is a milestone smart contract, and it will receive pledges, but it can also receive Giveth DAI tokens or Giveth Eth tokens directly. And so the milestone itself might be holding those Giveth DAI tokens. And we can check that. I can see right now if when I donate to well, we can look actually on the bridge and see if this if a milestone has these tokens.
Sorry, you said if you directly donate to Milestone, it's paid to the smart contract directly, and the user cannot refund. Yeah.
Yeah, the user cannot refund. Well, if the milestone is then canceled, then there is probably a process that takes the tokens that the milestone has and creates a pledge in the person's name. So then it could be refunded if the milestone is canceled.
It's automatically refunded. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's not automatically refunded. It would then be possible to be refunded.
Oh, a user can delegate that, or what can do with these tokens?
So those tokens, these are tokens on Rinkeby that represent DAI in the bridge, in the bridge contract on mainnet. You know, we have this one contract that everyone donates to, and then when someone donates DAI, then Giveth DAI are created on testnet on Rinkeby, and then those Giveth DAI, we have another abstraction where we create a pledge that represents the Giveth DAI. But when donated to a milestone directly, it's possible, and I'm going to check this right now and just see. It's possible that the money, the pledge isn't created, but instead there is actually a creation of like Giveth DAI, and there is no pledge. I'm not 100% sure, but that would give the results that we're talking about.
Excuse me, can you define pledge for me? What do you call pledge?
So a pledge is a uh, is is a representation of the token on testnet that tracks extra data. So like what we do on the Rinkeby side is that there is a vault, because this smart contract was made to be on mainnet, right?
Sorry, I lost your voice. I lost for yours for
Oh,
a second. Sorry, can you repeat? Excuse me.
so on testnet, when we built this system, we were expecting it to be on mainnet. So we have a vault that actually holds all of the coins. So on testnet, all of the Rinkeby, all the Giveth DAI and all the Giveth, sorry, I guess it's Give DAI and all the Giveth that are representing the money in on mainnet, right? All of those tokens on testnet are actually sitting, in one contract. And then we create another abstraction, which is what we call a pledge. And this pledge is almost like a token, but what it does, it actually tracks who donated the money, uh, how long they're like. It tracks the money.
US, sorry, Griff, sorry. Can you turn off your camera?
Sure.
You know,
Okay. Wait.
I miss important part of your voice, and I lost the concept. Sorry, I'm
That's,
so sorry.
no, that's okay. No, 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 for sure. I'm surprised. I'm surprised I have bad connection. Uh, can you say what you heard last?
Oh, you were telling the what's pledge, and you say that we should actually run the app on mainnet. But yeah,
Yeah. So when we built
that
the
was
system,
what
when we
were.
built the system, it was for mainnet. But now that it's on testnet, it's a little more complicated than it needs to be. But basically, we have the two tokens that represent DAI and Ether. Those are all sitting.
Yeah,
They're all sitting on in a vault on the testnet side and on Rinkeby. And when someone delegates, and then but we take the data that someone donated to this DAC and we create a pledge. The pledge is almost like a note or a ticket that says, okay, this delegate
yeah,
has authority to move the money to a campaign. And the money is
yeah. And the actual F and die goes to bridge
yeah. So the
on mainnet.
the actual the actual mainnet money is always staying in the bridge. It's always in the
Okay.
bridge. And then whenever someone donates to Giveth or any campaign, that money stays in the contract where it is on mainnet, and we create a token on testnet that represents those ether or those DAI, right? And then we take that token on testnet and we do another abstraction. We do another abstraction where we say, okay, this token is now represented by this pledge. So the pledge is has extra data besides a token because a token is just a token, right? The pledge says, okay, this was originally donated by Amin, or by Griff, right? It is sent to the DAP campaign, and therefore the person who now controls it is Danny, and now Danny can or Andre, or I can't remember who's the leader of this campaign, um, but and then Andre can if he's the campaign manager now, he has permission to do this, but it's like the pledge has all of this extra data that is important for us to operate. And I can maybe the best thing to do is
Uh,
to give you a link to something that shows what the pledges are.
yeah.
Let's see.
The plates are saved on testnet on Rinkeby or
Yeah,
on the.
Rinkeby.
Oh, okay. Yeah, and there are corresponding donation on database. Yeah,
Yes, there's a corresponding donation on mainnet and
and
Feather.
when some part of the delegated money is part of money that is donated to DAC is delegated to a milestone. For example, he donated 1 Ethereum, but 0.5 Ethereum is donated to milestone. I see that the original donation is split in two
Yes,
donations, and one of them.
those are two different pledges.
Those are two different pledges.
Yep, they're two different pledges that now represent that original donation.
And okay, so he creates it creates two plays on Tesla on Rinkeby. Yeah.
Yes.
So the a donation makes three plays till now, one original and two descendant.
One. Yeah. So yep, exactly. There's because the original pledge now has zero as the original pledge still exists, but it has zero value. Whereas the two new pledges have a value. So if it was a 3 Ether donation, the two new pledges have a value of 2.5 Ether and zero point 0.5 Ether, right? And the
Yeah.
old pledge still exists, but it has a value of 0 Ether.
Yeah. Yeah. So interesting. So when directly donated, what happens when directly donated to milestone?
When you, I'm not 100% sure. Let's see, I was looking this up. When you directly donate to a milestone, let's see. Yeah, when you directly donate to a milestone, the from 0 the I believe that the tokens are owned by that milestone.
Great. Great. And when I do withdraw or disperse, I do collect or disperse actually withdrawing.
Here, let me look. I
And
can look. I
can
can
I
look at.
hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you, but I really want to see. I just want to confirm
Yeah,
this
but yeah.
this direct donation thing.
Okay.
So function deposit, only depositor, token mapping, generates tokens, deposit. Hmm. Deposit funds from. No, that's not it. Okay, what were you gonna say?
So when I do withdraw, uh, actually, a paid donation is created, and the it has some committed parents, which which has the donation it had paid.
It has some created parents. Are you there?
Do you hear me? Hello?
Are you
Hello?
there?
Yeah. Do you hear me?
I hear you now. I'm gonna turn off my video again though.
Okay, thank you. So as I said, when I do withdraw,